In this example, I'm going to show you how to solve a polynomial inequality by using a graph. So here I've given you the graph of y equals x cubed minus 5x squared plus 2x plus 8, the polynomial in question. And we're going to use this graph to solve these inequalities. Okay, so you can see the same polynomial here is what's written here, and that is what is being represented in this graph right here. So all of this right here is y, right, according to our equation. Okay, so I'm really looking for the places where on this graph the y values are bigger than 0, right? So I'm going to get my highlighter and I'm going to draw in the line y equals 0 right here. The x-axis is where y equals 0. So if I'm looking for the places where y is greater than 0, then I'm looking up above this line, right? And then below this line would be the places where y is less than 0. So to answer this first question here, where is this polynomial greater than 0? What I want to do is look at the regions of this x-axis. These x values here tell me where the graph lives above the x-axis, or above this line y equals 0. Right here the graph is below, so I don't want that, and here it's above. So on this section of the graph right here, right, the curve is above the x-axis, and also here and on. And we're going to have open intervals because it's strictly greater than, so I'm not including those endpoints. So I'm going to write the solution using interval notation. So we have from x values -1 to +2, and x values larger than 4. And to join these two sets together, we union. So for these x values right here, the polynomial will live above the x-axis, or in other words, be greater than 0. So if I want to answer this question right here, where is the polynomial less than or equal to 0? I'm going to look at this graph again, but I'm focusing on less than. So where does the graph live below this blue line? Well, for these x values down here, for these x values right here, and that's it. Now I'm using parentheses, but this is or equal to, so they really should be brackets. So when I write this solution using interval notation, we're going to have -infinity up to -1 and including -1. Then the interval from 2 to 4, including the endpoints. And again, union to join the two sets. So these are the x values where the graph is below the x-axis, or in other words, where this function is less than or equal to 0.